Welcome back to the Unique. So in this tutorial, we are going to see some of the FAQs related to the data science. So FAQs are nothing but frequently asked questions. So if you are appearing for the interview of data science or machine learning or artificial intelligence or analytics field, then these FAQs will help you a lot in order to tackle the questions in a more effective and more correct manner. Whenever you are answering a particular question, that time make sure that you are using the combination of example as well as the technical terminologies. It helps you to give the answers in a more precise way, as well as it helps the person to understand the concept in a more correct way because you are providing the examples along with it. So let us just try to discuss all these questions one by one. So the first question that is generally asked in all the interviews which are related to this data-driven technologies is, what is the importance of statistics in data science? Why statistics is used in data science? So first of all, data science is built upon not only statistics, but on the maths, probability, statistics, economics, and programming. So it's a kind of a huge umbrella which consists of all the small concepts or all the small topics within it. If you want to be a good data scientist, you need to know some things or some of the very basic things related to the maths. You have to be very strong in probability. You need to know the statistics, otherwise you will not come to know at which point what rule to be implemented on the given data. At the same time, you should be good with the economics because on the data, always some micro and macroeconomical factor impacts on that data. And in order to understand those factors, it's very important that you should be aware about the basic terminologies of the economics and obviously programming. Because nowadays, whatever data we have is in huge, tremendous amount. And so in order to process this data, you need to know some or the other programming language. And so programming comes as a very vital and important part in order to be the data scientist in future. Now, statistics helps us to understand the data very nicely. If you are aware about the statistics, you will come to know that what are the rules that I can implement on my data. For example, if the data is related to the numeric values such as salary, and if someone asks you that, okay, I want to study the salary, give me the simple statistic using which I can study the salary. So quickly, there are two statistics that will come into your mind. One is mean and one is median. If you come from the non-statistical background, you may say only mean, but if you come from the statistical background, you will always say the answer that median is better or median is preferred over the mean because salaries can be skewed in nature. So that's why if you are aware about the statistic, you can give these answers with a more ease as compared to the person who is not aware about the statistics. If someone asks you, okay, give me the study related to the mobile network portability and the gender. So in this case, obviously, mean and median will not help you because gender is a kind of categorical variable. So you have to use something called as mode, that is nothing but the level with the highest frequency in this case. So if you are aware about the statistic, you can tackle this question very easily. Statistics helps you to describe the data, that is whether the data is normal, whether the data is symmetrical, whether it is equally distributed towards right and left hand side of your central tendency, or your data is having a skewness. If the data is having skewness, then what kind of skew the data has? Is it a positively skewed data or is it a negatively skewed data? That is also explained or that is also described by the statistics just looking at few of the numbers in your data. You can trust the results generated by the statistics because there are two methods in which you can understand the data. One, by looking at the statistical values. Two, by looking at the graphical values. But graph is something which is subjected to the human mind. That is nothing but if I'm reading graph in a particular way, it's not required that you will also read the graph in the same way. That's why whenever you interpret the values using graph, our interpretation can be different. But when we interpret the value using statistic, we all will have the unified interpretation. That's why statistics is considered to be more reliable as compared to that of reading just graphs because it provides you more concrete and concerned correct results. Statistics helps to pre-process, model, and build the past data. That means first you take the data. If there are any inconsistencies, if there are any missing values, if there are any redundant or repeated values, you can get to know that how much is the percentage of the missing value in the data, how much is the percentage of the repeated values in the data, how much is the percentage of the values which are inconsistent in data. And there are various measures that are available using which you can get rid of these observations. Once this pre-processing is done, then you can think about which model will be best suitable for this data. Because as your data changes, the modeling technique also changes. So if you are aware about the data, then only you can implement the correct modeling technique. And in order to be aware about the data, you must know the statistic. Otherwise, you cannot differentiate it in between the different types of data that are available. And then finally, once the model is built, then starts our post analysis, for which again statistics is required. So from this journey of simply looking into the data till generating the results and inferencing those results, in every step we need statistics, and that's why statistics comes out to be the best measure, or in order to interpret the data very correctly, very wisely. And statistics is the most vital component of the data science study. So I just hope this answer is clear enough in order to understand the importance of the statistics in the data science. In next tutorial, we are going to see some of the other interesting questions related to the statistics. So till the time, please stay tuned and make sure that you are referring to all these solutions which are provided on the different topics, so that you can clear your interviews with a very good grades. Thank you.